Chala, everybody. This is Celeste the Best, Hustle Hard Street Talk, and we are here on Shaw at the MLK Civic Center, giving back to the less fortunate and homeless, and we're feeding you for Thanksgiving. So if you're not here and you're hungry, come on down and see us and let us love on you and feed you. We are here with the head honcho. This is what I call her. Okay, so she is the councilwoman. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and say whatever she has to say, and then I'm gonna ask her a couple of trick questions.
Hello, I am Che. I am the interim councilwoman for Ward 2. I am not the head honcho. She gives me way too much credit, but I have been an East Cleveland resident since 2004. Instantly fell in love with the city, definitely fell in love with the city's potential. Here in East Cleveland, we are quite a unique city in that we are probably one of the last predominantly African American cities in the U.S. We have an African American school board, library board, administration. So we are, I like to say, a diamond in the rough. We have a lot of challenges, but we are a town full of great people. We believe in the community village spirit with our kids as well as with our neighbors. So you should come down to East Cleveland, come check us out. Don't believe the hype, don't believe everything that you hear and see in the media, and come meet us and we would be happy to show you around. Celeste is amazing. Her work is just incredible. She has come down, she has helped us to feed hundreds of residents here the day before Thanksgiving. So snaps to her for her efforts, and I can't wait to collaborate with her in the future. We're going to do great things for the city. Watch out for East Cleveland. We are on the rise, and I'm just excited to share this with you as well as with Celeste at Hustle Hard Street Talk.
Yes. Now let me ask you, with everything that goes on in the media, shining light on everything, the negative, the shootings, the murders, all of that, what do you plan to do as councilwoman to get to shine light on the positive things? What can we do, or what do you plan on doing with the council board?
Okay. As interim council woman, I realize that, you know, I may not be the councilwoman this time next year. So in the time that I am on council, one of the things that I hope to accomplish is to reimagine the city, repackage the city, rebrand the city, and hopefully, you know, market the city to other young professional blacks, as well as, you know, the empty nesters who have just sent their last baby off to college, and now, you know, they decide they need a change and they want to come back to a place that just showcases their culture. So I think what I would like to do and what my goal would be is to accent the positive that we have. One of the things that people always say to me is, ha ha ha, East Cleveland has such horrible potholes. My response to that is, we may have potholes, but one thing you never see on the news is an East Cleveland cop killing one of our children. So I think that we have to, instead of looking at all of the negatives that, you know, it's so easy to pick upon, we need to look at the positives. For instance, you know, the East Cleveland school system. You always hear negative things about our school board, about, you know, the school system, our superintendent. But, you know, my answer to that is, we have what we lack in resources, they more than make up for in nurturing. It is nothing for, you know, my child's teacher to stay after school with him when he does not understand something, or if he does something, you know, that they feel is inappropriate, to contact me personally to let me know about it, rather than, you know, file a report on, you know, my child and get him locked up into the system and have labels put on him. And so, you know, we as Black Americans, and I don't really like to use the term African Americans, I like Black Americans because I was born in America.
Right.
You know, I'm Black and I was born here. My ancestors may have come from Africa, but I was born here. This is my country. And so I think that we as Black Americans is that we need to remember the values of old. And so my hope is that we can reimagine the city where the values of old in our community, where it was a village raises a child. If the child does something, not only are you going to be reprimanded by your parents, before you even get to your parents, 5 neighbors have had their chance with you. And I think that that is so important, you know, not only for the residents that are here, but those residents who want to bring and raise their children in a place where everyone looks like them.
Right.
And where they can be confident and they can be proud of their history and their culture and their heritage. And so that is my #1 goal.
Now let me ask you, when I used to live in East Cleveland when I was little, Peter Pan was the spot.
Yes, it was.
And I used to go to the daycare center right next door, Lily Daycare Center. Now, right now, those places are kind of tore down and they need to be rebuilded, like a lot of other things in East Cleveland. So what do we need to do to get Peter Pan back up and, you know, either tear down Lily Daycare Center and build a new daycare center? Like, how do we get rid of some of the things that need to be out and in with the new?
Well, first thing, I think this all starts with us. One of the things that I implore, you know, my peers to do is to invest in us, invest in you. You know, one of the reasons why, you know, the city had fallen in disarray is because we had, for lack of a better term, white flight. And with white flight, you know, comes a loss in your businesses and business revenue to the city. And so now when we have our young Black business owners, you know, and older Black business owners who look to invest in a place for their businesses, they always tend to kind of look towards other communities. And so, you know, my plea, you know, would be to come home. Who better to serve you and who better for you to serve than, you know, people of your own community? And I think that if we can get a concerted effort where instead of, you know, maybe wanting to invest your business in a place that's already trendy,
Right.
I ask that people have vision and be forward thinkers and not look at East Cleveland for what it is right now, but look at East Cleveland for what it can become. So.
Well, thank you so much for interviewing with us. I have so many questions, but we only have this much time. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that helped donate to make this possible. This was a vision from God, so no glory to me, all to God. And we fed people and people ate and they enjoyed themselves. Thanks to our DJ that came and thanks to the council, my homeboy, my show producer, PJ. I love you. Thank you so much. This was really a great project and it happened. So don't look at the negative things of East Cleveland. Just know that negative things happen everywhere. It's just about what the media wants you to see, because things happen in the white community just as much as it happens here, but they're only going to show you but so much. But we're going to get East Cleveland back together. They're going to be on top again, and it's going to be a place where people can come with their families and enjoy and go back to Tucker's, because that used to be the spot. Okay, so thank you so much. Happy holidays to everybody. This is Hustle Hard Street Talk with your girl Celeste the Best. Chala. Peace.